Boom, 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 boom. Talk, 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 talk. Car, 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 car. Bam. If y'all could only see what I'm doing to get this audio right. Hello, my name is Kas. Welcome to episode 1, season 2 of KAS'S KORNER. Real ones know I used to do this on my Instagram. It's very casual, very informal, but I figured new year, it's time for me to step it up. I've been doing some great music stuff. I'm trying to just get it locked in with the visuals. If you hear my stuff jingling, sorry, I love jewelry and I refuse to not wear it. So, period. So, why am I doing this? Let's have a little conversation on genesis, origins, roots. Recently, I've been very into tracking all aspects of this journey that I've been on, from who I've met, what I've learned, where I've been, things that I've had to overcome along the way. So I'm excited to bring y'all with me. Speaking of overcoming things, today's topic will be focusing on something that I've had on my heart for a little while since I've just come out of it, which is overcoming creative blocks. And this is an issue that's been on my mind for a while because I recently came out of a long period, a long stretch, if you will, of feeling creatively blocked and not really knowing how to get myself back into the groove of things. So today we'll spend time doing that. But before we launch into that conversation, I want to give people who don't know me as well a sense of who I am and what I'm about. Right now, I'm going to give you 20 facts about me. Number 1, I'm a poet at heart, just like my mother. I actually get a lot of my creative energy, a lot of my strength and wisdom about creating from my mother. My mom is an amazing writer and poet. She's the one who influenced me to pick up the pen and start writing my own things. I used to go to poetry sets with her when I was a toddler, and I would pick up little words and little phrases she would say. There's this funny little inside joke about this one line that she said in one of her poems. One night when she was performing that poem, I had heard it and I kind of internalized it, not knowing what I was saying really at 4 years old. Tell me why. I get a little notepad and scribble all in it, and then somehow get a group of people around me at the function, at this poetry set. I literally said, "Excuse me, everybody listen to me. I have something to say." This is me at 4 years old. And I opened up that little pen pad of scribbles and I said, "I write till my pen bleeds," in that exact manner. That's a funny little story that my mom will share from time to time. So yeah, poet at heart like my mom. 2, I am based in New York, but I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a Midwesterner, Midwest stand up. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I spent a lot of my childhood there. That's where I picked up music. That's where I picked up producing, learning how to play guitar, everything related to creating music of my own. I learned in St. Louis first. So that's home for me. 3, I love live music, live instrumentation, good showmanship, musicality, just everything having to do with creating sounds with your hands on stage for people to enjoy. I've always enjoyed that. It's something I aspire to get better at over time. And that's my 3rd fun fact. 4, multi-talented. I write, I produce, I sing, I play guitar, and I look cute. Speaking of looking cute, check this vest. This John is extremely comfortable, beautiful, unique. It's by this amazing brand called Fried Rice. They've been incredible with their designs. Based in New York here. Stand up so you can see the full effect. They have some really amazing designs, as you can see. There's so much detail, so many different mixes of patterns and things like that. Yeah, I love it. And the pocket on the back is lit as well. Number 5, I love traveling. I love going to new places, meeting new people, eating down when I have a chance. Technically, I only eat fish, but on a Saturday night at 3 a.m. when I've been drinking a little bit, I might clear a plate of wings. You might see me do that. But regularly, I only eat fish. But for everything else, I'm open to, and I love trying new stuff whenever I travel. So, love traveling. 6, I'm a lover boy. I write a lot of songs about love. I don't know why. I feel like it's something that people have tried to articulate for hundreds of years, for millions of years in some way, shape, or form that I just never have been able to get a true handle on. And I think that's what I love about it. From heartbreak to finding a new flame to sustaining a relationship to having to navigate distance, I cover it all. I love love. 7, I love love, but I'm a loner at heart. No shade. I really spend a lot of time in this room doing things, making music. Like, I really love my alone time. Not gonna hold you. Fact 8. On the flip side, I really love being in community, especially when it comes to music. Having other folks around you who really get what you're trying to do, who really want to see you win, who really have so much talent to offer, that is something that I will never not need, you know? Like, I really, really enjoy being around people. 9, my personal sense of peace is found in just creating. Like, I have recently been trying to orient more towards what it feels like to make things. I'll touch on that later in the next half of this, but I love the feeling of just giving whatever is built up inside into some sort of creative process. 10, my sound is fluid across a lot of different genres, from alternative R&B to neo soul to rock to melodic rap. I listen to it all, and I try to infuse all of it in different ways, mix and match in my music. 11, I'm a deep thinker. I'm very analytical. I'm a Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising, Scorpio moon, so you already know the vibes. Lots of intense thinking on this end, but I try not to internalize. That's something I'm working on. We in different, I'm working on it. Number 12, I love to learn about new things. I'm very naturally curious. It could be about some creature in the bottom of the ocean that we've never discovered before, and I'll just deep dive on that and learn about like literally every aspect of it. So yes, very curious. Jingle, jingle, jingle. 13, I kind of spoke to this earlier, but I want to travel the world. Like, I'm really trying to hit every continent. I would love to take just a long stint of traveling someday, like 4 to 6 months just on the road, living life, catching flights. Like, oh, that sounds so bomb. Universe, listen to me. You hearing that? You hearing that, God? I'm trying to manifest that. Love traveling. Number 14, music is my preferred healing modality. Music is something that has saved me time and time again. And I know that a lot of y'all have the same experience with music. Like, whatever you listen to, I don't care what it is, whatever helps you get through. Like, I really appreciate that aspect of music, and that's why I do it, to be honest. Number 15 is a little spicy. I enjoy songs and the quality and emotional bond that is formed throughout sex. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that because I don't want this to get a little, raunchy and inappropriate. I do enjoy sex, and I like conversations about sex in relationships. That's my tea. Number 16, I enjoy being in nature. I have always had a deep appreciation for nature. In the Midwest, there's hella trees, hella paths, random hiking trails that you can go on, like sidewalks that lead to highways that lead to freaking interstates. Like, girl, you can wander forever and ever and ever in a lot of spaces in the Midwest, and I really love that. So that's why I love nature. 17, I hate waking up early. I don't know why. I've always been that way ever since a kid. Doesn't matter how much sleep I get the night before. I am not getting up before 8 o'clock if I don't have to. My body just is not programmed that way. I am so much a night owl. I accomplish so much stuff after 7 o'clock that it's like, girl, don't even ask me to meet you if you know it's gonna be before 10 o'clock and if it's gonna be on a weekend. If I show up before 10 o'clock somewhere, I must really love your ass. That's the truth. I'm being really honest. 18, I really love to push the boundaries of my sound. I spoke earlier about all the different genres that I incorporate, all the things that I'm inspired by, and that's something that I infuse into my creative process. Like, what am I really gravitating towards? I try not to put any limits on myself. Number 19 might be a little controversial, but we being real over here, right? Cool. So I believe in lots of different types of love, and I feel like society privileges like monogamous 2-person relationships over our friendships, over polyamorous relationships, over our relationships with our families, with our parents, with our parent figures, like elders. Like, I am someone who believes that any type of love that's real should not be hierarchical in that way. Now, I think there's different levels of investment in things, but to me, it doesn't need to indicate you loving a certain relationship more than another, if that makes sense. I'm really a fan of the ideology surrounding love, in which we're all free to just be who we are. We're all free to negotiate the terms of how we're dealing with each other through communication. Like, I'm very much into that, and I have honestly a lot of astrology to thank for that, and spiritual healing to thank for that. Refreshed perspective on love. And also, I'm queer, girl, so you already know the vibes. Like, we don't fuck with the binaries, no way. Yeah. So yeah, that's number 19. And the last fact, number 20, I'm a free spirit, bro. I love life. I love living life on the edge. I'm not thoughtless, but I'm also not the most cautious person when it comes to living life and having experiences. Like, I love to explore new things and try different approaches to life. And it's just something that I haven't always been that way. I've recently sort of come into that aspect of myself, and that has really helped me feed the creative juices. So yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm halfway through though. I'll be done in the next 15. All right, so those are my 20 facts. Now that you know a little bit about me, let's get into the meat and potatoes. We're gonna talk about overcoming creative blocks. Now, just a little bit of background. Like I said earlier, I've been spending probably at least a year sort of figuring out my strategy, figuring out my flow, my aesthetic, and most importantly, trying to really ground myself in what am I doing this for? Why am I making music? What is the purpose that it serves for me? After sitting down, writing and thinking and journaling, reflecting on what the problem was, I arrived at the problem, which was feeling the pressure of trying to succeed, or the pressure of success. And not even the pressure of failure, like the pressure of success, the pressure of what does it mean to really keep reaching these heights, keep meeting these milestones that are, by society standards, supposed to indicate a level of success. My next thought after identifying what that problem was, how do I overcome this? How do I address what's going on inside of me, inside of my mind, inside of my heart, which is inhibiting me from creating what I really want to create? So I wrote out 4 steps, not 8, 4. I wrote out 4 steps that I took to get myself out of that pit and bring myself more into the creative space without judgment, without feeling like I had this immense amount of pressure, and just enjoying the process again. So here are my 4 steps to overcoming creative blocks. Step 1 for me was to get grounded. I needed to pinpoint exactly what was blocking the creative flow. What helped me to do that was to journal and to just write down, where I felt the blockage and what the root of it was. And from there, I was able to just really hone into the process and get honest about what is it that's stopping me. In addition to figuring out what the problem is, another aspect of getting grounded that I feel is really important is just taking care of your body, taking care of the ecosystem, taking care of where everything is generating. Your body, your mind, your emotional space. You got to really just clear out them toxins in all of those areas and try to get to the foundation, which is you at your healthiest. Step 2, spark your creativity, doing something that you love doing. For me, I really enjoy painting. I like to just play guitar, just strum chords, just sing out, not really saying anything. That's something that I really, really enjoy, and it helps me kind of get into the flow of creativity. One thing that I think is important to include in the sparking your creativity is to de-emphasize the output and put more emphasis on what it feels like to create. So after you sit down for a period of time and just, woody woo, draw, paint, dance, whatever, twerk, twirl, whatever you do the splits, whatever you do to get your body going, listen to Beyonce. I know that's right. Whatever you do to get yourself into that mode, take a little bit of time as well to figure out what is it that I really enjoy about this process. Is it something that feels freeing to me? What aspects of this help me tap into that raw creativity where I'm not thinking about what the end product is going to be? Hey y'all, I figured I would pause the video real quick and just show you what it looks like for me to get into my creative bag. Feel what I'm saying? So I've just been playing around with this. I've been really fascinated by the concept of Bluetooth lately because my shit been fucking up. And I created sort of this metaphor for Bluetooth and not being able to reach somebody. So I'm gonna play around with that, but. Tell me why it's hard to name, it's hard to see the blues. I can't see the blues. Tell me why. What's up? It's voiceover KAS here. I'm just showing you a brief overview of everything that I use to just get into the creative space. I usually will start off with a melody or something on my guitar and then transition over into beat making. Usually I'll use either just my laptop, or in this case I have my MIDI out, my KAS'S BK mini, and then of course I have my session open. I use Logic for all of my music. And here you see me just setting up my sound, which I didn't even use, LOL, for this particular section. And just playing around, naming my session and everything like that. So, yeah, that's how that go. Number 3, share your experiences. I found that it was so helpful for me. So helpful. And shout out to all of my friends, all of my homies who listen to me talk about this for months on end in one way or another. Share your experiences with people who you know and who you trust. I guarantee you, you're not the only one who has ever experienced a creative block and not knowing what steps to take to overcome those blocks. This helped me a lot. And finally, we're gonna take it to the next level with number 4, which is evaluate your priorities. Are you working OD? Do you feel like you have to take care of everybody around you before you're taking care of yourself? Are you having some sort of other demand and strain on your time and energy that's taken away from time to be creative? Identify what that is, and where it's flexible, shift it around. And one question that I asked myself a lot over time was, how can I find little ways to infuse creativity into my daily routines? I think that will help sort of take the pressure off of, okay, I'm sitting down at 2 o'clock and I'm gonna do some shit. You know, that works for some people, but some people it don't work. So whatever, half an hour, whatever, 15 minutes, if you on break, just take a little time, listen to some YouTube beats, freestyle, and just see what you come up with. Or if you're a painter, just grab a napkin, just start scribbling. Do anything that will take you out of your normal habits and your normal box, and that will spark your creativity a lot. Okay, that's it. I got through all the things I wanted to say. I don't really know how to end this, but thank you so much for joining me for my first return, my launch of KAS'S Korner, overcoming creative blocks and getting to know me a little bit. Your boy, KAS. If you liked the video, if you got any tips, if you got anything that you really enjoyed, that you got some juice, you got some good tidbits, some good gems to incorporate into your life, please let me know in the comments. Be sure to share with all your networks. Like, share, and subscribe. You gon' hear from me. Listen up. Stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram at _j.kas to catch my... Follow me on Instagram at _j.kas to catch my day-to-day. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, y'all.